Hey guys, welcome to part 2 of my organization series. Hopefully you guys enjoyed part 1 where I did my blushes, bronzers, foundations, concealers, my powders, all of my highlights as well. Now we are going to be moving into part 2. And in part 2 we are going to be doing my eyeshadow palettes, my single shadows and glitters, my primers and SFX and costume makeup and lashes are going to be my biggest focus for part 2. And then I do still have part 3 to do, and then part 4 is going to come at a later point in time once I get everything a little bit more finished and have all of my finishing touches done. And then whenever I actually have my new makeup studio and everything, then I will just show you guys that instead of doing this type of series again. And hopefully by then I'll also have my Alex drawers so I can have everything organized that way. But hopefully you guys enjoyed part 1 and continue to watch part 2 and 3. Let's get started with part 2. The next drawer that I'm going through is all of my costume, makeup, and my primers, and then all of like the extra little bags and everything. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take those out of here, put it on the floor, and we're gonna go through everything. Alright, so this basket right here is going to be a little bit easier to do. This is going to be all of my costume or SFX makeup. I don't have a whole lot of this, or I've used it, so this is just going to kind of be what I have left over from Halloween. Okay, so the next thing that we are working on is glitters and single shadows and pigment. guys, so as you can see here, I'm just going through and putting up all of my primers and my SFX and costume makeup, and I did kind of have to go in and rearrange everything that was in the costume and SFX makeup basket so that way it would fit in the drawer, but I was able to get it how I wanted it. Now we're just going to go in and organize the lash drawer, and I did have to do this a couple of times before I was able to actually figure out how I wanted to place it so that way everything fit perfectly together rather than just sitting without any type of support. Now we're just going in and we're going to be putting in all of my loose pigments and single shadows and glitters in this drawer. I only had the two cases of them. Now we're going to start with my eyeshadow palettes, and I did kind of have to rearrange this a couple times, but this is going to be mainly my drugstore palettes. And then the next drawer is going to be all of my luxury and high-end, and the third drawer is going to be all of my indie palettes. And then any type of overflow that I had as well, I did put in the third drawer, just until I can go in and really rearrange everything the way that I want it. And I honestly cannot wait until I repaint this entire storage system white or get my Alex drawers so that way it looks a lot cleaner. Alright guys, so this is the end of part 2. So hopefully you guys like the way that I reorganized this. Be sure to stay tuned for part 3 where you see me go through all of my lipsticks, mascaras, liners, brow products, and everything else. And then like I said, part 4 will be coming at a later point in time once I'm able to actually go ahead and finish everything. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy this series.